Rome, the empire that conquered the world with iron, discipline, and ambition. Its engineers built aqueducts that still stand. Its laws shaped nations. But behind the marble temples and the glory of the legions lay a world of medicine. A world where doctors burned flesh to balance the soul. Where the blood of fallen gladiators was swallowed as a cure. And where the boundaries between healing and superstition blurred into one. Join us as we step inside the strange and often terrifying world of Roman medicine and uncover how the ancients sought to heal the body and the spirit. Today we're diving into 15 of the strangest medical practices from the Roman period. Exploring why they did them and how they hold up under modern medicine. So grab your herbal poultice and your amphora of wine. This is going to get weird. In the roaring arenas of Rome, where men fought beasts and each other, some spectators came not for glory, but for healing. It was believed that drinking the blood of a freshly slain gladiator could cure epilepsy. The idea was simple. The gladiator's strength, courage, and vitality lived in his blood, and by consuming it, one could absorb his power. Modern science tells us a darker truth. Human blood carries diseases, hepatitis, sepsis, even death. And no trace of courage can be swallowed from another man's veins. But in ancient Rome, this was medicine, and sacrifice was part of the cure. Pliny the Elder, Rome's great natural historian, recommended an odd treatment for toothache. Roast the brains of a mouse, mix them with oil, and apply to the gums. Why? Because the small, quick animals symbolized agility and healing. It was a reflection of the Roman belief that nature's patterns mirrored the body, a concept known as the doctrine of signatures. Today we know it was nothing but superstition. No relief, only infection. And yet in an age without anesthesia, the desperate would try anything. A child with a sore throat might be given a strange talisman, a dried frog tied around the neck. The Romans believed the creature's croaking voice could draw out the illness from within. A symbol of transference, the frog's silence after death, absorbing the patient's pain. To us, it's nonsense. But to them, it was faith made tangible. Among Rome's darker cures, the powdered skulls of the dead. Ground bone, often from executed criminals, was mixed into drinks and consumed to treat seizures. The logic? The vital essence of the human form lingered in the bones and could restore balance to the disordered mind. But this balance was an illusion. Instead of peace, it brought disease. Yet for those afflicted, even death itself seemed a worthy medicine. The serpent, feared, worshipped, and harvested. Its fat was rendered into ointment to soothe aching joints and stiff limbs. To Roman physicians, the snake's flexible motion embodied health itself. To absorb its essence was to regain movement and life. Ironically, modern science finds trace anti-inflammatory oils in snake fat, perhaps one of Rome's few remedies that almost worked. In the bathhouses and markets of Rome, another trade flourished. Urine. Collected, stored, even taxed by Emperor Vespasian himself. It was prized for one purpose, as a tooth whitener and mouthwash. The ammonia within did cleanse and bleach, but it also burned, stank, and carried bacteria. Still, in Rome, The gleam of white teeth was worth almost any indignity. For cuts and wounds, physicians often turned to an earthy cure, goat dung, mixed with honey or vinegar. Honey was known to soothe, vinegar to cleanse. But dung was thought to draw out the poison, an attempt to balance the body's humors through the filth of the earth itself. Modern medicine, of course, recoils. Goat dung carries bacteria, not healing. Yet the idea of extraction, of pulling sickness outward, remains a distant ancestor of detoxification therapies today. Fire, the ultimate purifier. For Roman doctors, cauterization was both medicine and ritual. They burned wounds to stop bleeding, seared ulcers to cleanse corruption, and sometimes even cauterized the head to release madness. It was brutal, but in certain cases, effective. Cauterization does destroy bacteria and seal vessels. It was perhaps Rome's first encounter with sterilization, through agony. The slow, steadfast tortoise symbolized endurance. Its powdered shell mixed into wine was said to calm the stomach and cool the body. The reasoning was humoral. Tortoise was cold and dry, a counterbalance to fiery indigestion. In truth, the shell contained calcium carbonate, much like modern antacids, a rare case where symbolism and chemistry met halfway. For failing eyesight, amulets of lizard eyes were carried close to the skin. The lizard could regrow its tail, a miracle of regeneration. Perhaps the Romans thought it might restore vision as well. Science finds no merit here, yet the belief in sympathetic magic shows how ancient medicine blurred seamlessly into mysticism. In the Roman worldview, air and gas were living forces within the body. Trapped wind caused pain, imbalance, even madness. So physicians advised patients to release it freely, to maintain inner harmony. And here, at last, they were right. Modern medicine confirms gas retention does cause discomfort. In this one peculiar practice, the Romans were ahead of their time. For Roman women of high society, beauty was health, and pallor perfection. To achieve it, they used creams made of lead oxide. It whitened the skin, but poisoned the blood. The slow, elegant death of countless noblewomen. They sought purity and found paralysis. A reminder that in Rome, the pursuit of beauty was as deadly as any war. To fade freckles and blemishes, Romans turned to an unlikely source: ants. They crushed ant eggs and mixed them with oils, believing the insect's acids would eat away unwanted marks. Formic acid does bleach, but it also burns. A primitive chemical peel, thousands of years too soon. For burns, doctors prescribed a strange balm: pigeon droppings mixed with honey. Honey was healing. Droppings were said to draw out the fire. But while honey fights infection, the droppings carried it. In the quest to cool the body, they seeded further pain. A tragic irony in the history of healing. From Egypt came perhaps the most macabre medicine of all, mumia or powdered mummy. Ground from the embalmed bodies of the dead, it was believed to contain eternal life, a sacred essence that could cure bleeding, melancholy, even death itself. In truth, it cured nothing. But it revealed something deeper: Rome's enduring fascination with life, death, and the thin veil between them. So, if you lived in ancient Rome, which of these strange remedies would you have tried? Or perhaps you've heard a bizarre cure from our own time. Share it in the comments below. And if you enjoyed bizarre Roman medical practices, please like, share and subscribe to see more stories just like this one.